Hey guys, what's going on? Today I'm bringing you a complete review of the fifth wheel electric bike. Just to be transparent, they sent me this bike to review. But as always, I will give you my honest opinion. In this video, I will walk you through everything you need to know before deciding if this is the right bike for you. So let's get right into it. This is the box it comes in, and when you open it up, this is everything you'll find inside. The bike comes mostly assembled. The only parts you need to attach are the front wheel, the handlebar, and the seat. It also comes with a small box that includes all the tools you'll need for assembly, so you won't need anything extra. Here you'll find the pedals, two reflective lights for better visibility in the dark, and the charger for the electric bike. I am not going to go into too much detail about the installation since the manual is very clear and easy to follow, but overall it should take you about 20 minutes to get it fully set up. And once it's ready, this is how it looks. This is the black version, but Fifth Wheel offers it in different colors. And I have to say, this bike looks really sleek and well designed. Now, let's talk about the specs. This bike has a 26-inch wheel diameter, which is a pretty standard size for e-bikes, giving you a good balance between stability and maneuverability. It comes with a 500 watts motor mounted on the rear wheel, which should provide enough power for smooth rides, whether you're commuting or tackling slight inclines. The battery is integrated into the frame. A nice touch is that it comes with a set of keys, so you can easily remove the battery if you need to charge it separately or for security reasons. And taking it out is super simple. It slides right out like this. As for the battery itself, it's a 36 volts 13 amp hours lithium-ion battery, which, if we do the math, gives us 468 watt hours, exactly what the brand advertises. This capacity should be enough to provide a range of around 25 miles in full electric mode and up to 45 miles with pedal assist, depending on terrain and riding conditions. The battery has two buttons, one to check the charge level, but you can also see the battery percentage directly on the bike's LCD screen. The second button is used to cut the power. Right next to these buttons, you'll also find the charging port for when you need to recharge the battery. For braking, the bike comes with disc brakes on both the front and rear wheels. These are mechanical disc brakes, not hydraulic, but they still provide solid stopping power for everyday riding. As for the gears, the bike has a 7-speed system controlled by a shifter on the right handlebar. It lets you smoothly switch between 7 different gears. When it comes to suspension, the bike only has front suspension, but it's really responsive, helping to absorb bumps and rough terrain for a smoother ride. It also features a locking system, which you can use to stiffen the suspension when riding on smooth roads. The total weight of the bike, including the battery, is around 48 pounds. That's pretty lightweight for an electric bike. One of the things I like most about this bike is that you can adjust the height of the handlebar. This is a great feature, especially for taller riders like me, because sometimes the handlebar feels too low, making the ride uncomfortable. But with this bike, I can easily set it to the right position for a more natural and comfortable riding experience. The seat also has a really good range of adjustment, which is another big plus. Now, let me give you a quick tutorial on how to use it, and then we'll put it to the test. On the left handlebar, you have a small LCD screen. To turn it on, just hold the middle button and it should power up. If it doesn't, check if the battery power button is switched to the on position. Once it's on, you can switch between 4 different assist levels using the plus and minus buttons. When set to 0, the motor won't activate, even if you press the throttle. Speaking of the throttle, it's located on the right handlebar, just like on a motorcycle, so it feels very natural to use. When set to levels 1, 2, or 3, the throttle works exactly the same, but what changes is how much assistance the motor gives you when pedaling. Level 1 provides a slight boost, making pedaling a bit easier. Level 2 offers more assistance, reducing the effort needed, and Level 3 makes it feel like you're barely pedaling at all, as the motor does most of the work for you. No matter which level you choose, the maximum speed with the throttle remains the same at 23 miles per hour. So the assist levels mainly affect how much effort you need to put in when using the pedals. On the same side of the handlebar, there's a button to turn on the front light, which I tested at night, and it's really bright. Make sure to angle it down properly so you don't blind oncoming riders or pedestrians. There's also a horn, and let me tell you, it's really loud. It might not sound that intense on video, but in person it's definitely noticeable. Now that we've covered everything about the design, let's get the bike ready for testing. I went ahead and inflated the tires to 50 psi, which keeps them within the recommended range. With that done, we're all set to move on to the performance test. The first thing I have to mention is that this bike isn't like an electric scooter where you need to give it a push before accelerating. Here, as soon as you press the throttle, the motor kicks in immediately and you can really feel the power. While riding, the motor is surprisingly quiet, which is a nice bonus, making the ride smooth and enjoyable. Another thing I noticed is that the front suspension works really well, absorbing bumps efficiently. However, I wouldn't recommend this bike for intense mountain biking or rough off-road trails because it doesn't have rear suspension, meaning you'll feel the impact more on rough terrain. It's fine for light off-road use, but if you're riding on very uneven ground, it might not be the most comfortable experience. Other than that, for city rides, commuting, and general use, I would definitely recommend this bike. The maximum speed I reached was about 24 miles per hour, but that was while going downhill. On flat ground, it stays closer to the advertised 23 miles per hour. I wouldn't recommend pushing it beyond that, or at least if you're not wearing protective gear. Also, when pedaling, it feels really smooth, even when the assist level is set to 0, meaning the motor isn't providing any help. At first, I thought it might still be assisting me a little, but I disconnected the battery, and it felt exactly the same. That means the bike itself is really easy to pedal, and the motor doesn't add any noticeable resistance, which is something I was expecting but didn't experience. When using pedal assist, you can really feel the difference. In mode 1, it gives you a slight boost, making pedaling easier. In mode 2, it does even more of the work, and in mode 3, it almost feels like you're not pedaling at all. The motor takes over and you're just cruising effortlessly. It makes riding long distances much easier and more enjoyable. Overall, I would definitely recommend this bike. It's well built, easy to ride, and provides a smooth and powerful experience. Whether you're commuting, cruising around town, or just looking for a fun electric bike, this one checks all the boxes. It's not meant for extreme off-roading, but for everyday use, it's a great option. Thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in this product, I will leave the link in the description below so you can check it out. If you decide to purchase using my link, I might earn a small commission, which helps support the channel at no extra cost to you. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more content.